Hello everyone and welcome to Beta 1.7.3 Minecraft, the old school. Not the oldest, we could go back further, but this is the one I wanted to play today, and I wanted to try recording it to get kind of that old school Minecraft experience on YouTube. Um, so let's think of a name here. I don't really know. I don't really have any good ones, to be honest. I should have probably thought of one before hitting record, but let's let's just go with B 1.7.3, and then we can name it officially later, and then we'll just do a blank seed. Um, so for those of you who don't know, this is old Minecraft, very very old Minecraft. I mean, I guess saying it's very very old is a bit disingenuous. Oh, okay, no wonder that's very loud. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so old Minecraft. I mean, so we technically could have gone further back and played the alpha version of the game. I didn't do it for a number of reasons. I have played Alpha Worlds before. I didn't hate it. I actually quite liked it. I just have a few problems with um, building variety. It's very limited in Minecraft Alpha because um, you lack the colored wool types. I think really the only thing you can build with is like brick. And I know technically like, colored wool doesn't seem like a lot, but when you take into consideration that's kind of all you have to put any color in your build, it definitely does start lacking. But I did enjoy it. I think it was a fun experience. Yeah. But another reason I chose beta is because I do have another beta world that I played for quite a while. And I loved it. I really do love beta Minecraft. It's just kind of old enough to be very nostalgic for me, even though I didn't really play this version of Minecraft. When I grew up, I started with 1.6.4 Minecraft, I believe. Well, that's not technically true. I think 1.6.4 might be the first update I remembered because it was like a really big update at the time. It had like horses and I think some redstone stuff. Um, but I definitely do think I played before that. I'm trying to find, or trying to just kind of take in the surroundings here. It looks like we're right by a snow biome. I don't know if they're called like taigas in this version of the game or not. And we are playing on low fog, at least for now, just to get that real kind of old school Minecraft feeling going, you know? But yeah, let's just get our stone tools here. Um, Funnily enough, I actually don't think the gameplay loop has changed um, too drastically from old Minecraft to new Minecraft. Oh, I shouldn't have made a wooden axe. That was a mistake, because you can just, yeah, well, whatever. Um, the thing I will say that has changed is just kind of the speed of progression, I feel like. Because, in old school Minecraft, and I'll be interchangingly calling it old school and 1.7.3 and beta and whatever. Um, but you kind of have to be a lot more methodical in how you do things and how you approach things. Um, Whereas in kind of modern version of Minecraft, you can streamline most processes, um, like villager trading and whatnot. It really kind of, I don't know. To me, it always like I don't know. I don't like that experience as much. The way I've kind of always looked at Minecraft, the newer version of Minecraft, is that there's a very clear optimal way to do things. And if you're not doing it optimally, you're kind of not playing the game right. And that's not to say there is a right way to play a game like Minecraft, because there isn't. But like, doing the suboptimal thing with knowledge of the optimal thing, it doesn't really feel like it kind of just sits at me, and it's just like this isn't how I should be doing things, right? Um, that's part of the reason why I like Beta Minecraft so much is because there's no real best way to do things a lot of the time, or the best way to do something is so simple and like relaxing that I just find it more enjoyable than playing a newer version of Minecraft. For example, like if you want to get diamonds in a newer version of Minecraft, you literally just search for a shipwreck. Um, and through that, you can usually, within like 20 or so minutes, get a sunken treasure with diamonds. And it's kind of just that simple, right? But in older versions of Minecraft, you have to go caving for it. And my favorite thing by far in these older versions is actually strip mining. I think strip mining is like the most peaceful, like relaxing thing you can do while playing this. Sorry, I took a sip of the coffee there. Yeah. If I do make more of these, which I am planning on doing, I don't know how frequently they'll be, but I will always try to have some sort of beverage with me. Preferably some kind of coffee or tea, but, we'll see. So I kind of want to place a house down, and I don't hate this area, to be honest with you. It's kind of on a nice little hillside. We have a cave there, which would be pretty good, and a little beach area. Normally, though, I do like building into a cave for my first house slash kind of base area. I don't know why. I just find it more interesting to kind of carve out a house. So you know what? I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to turn this little cave, assuming it's not too big, into kind of our house here. Okay, actually, this might be a lot bigger than I anticipated. I don't know if we're going to do this. Oh, okay. Didn't realize there was another one up there. Another thing about Beta Minecraft. Oh, you know what? Actually, no. I think this is perfect. Yeah, we can close off these areas if we need to. Which I don't even think we will. Yeah, so we'll turn this into a bit of a home area, I think. Granted, this doesn't go... Okay. We're gonna block this off right now. We're gonna pretend this doesn't exist. So yeah, we'll carve this out and we'll make it our little home base. I don't know why I do this, to be honest. It's something I think I started doing kind of in modern Minecraft. Oh, I made a second crafting table. It's fail army right there. It's something I kind of started doing in modern Minecraft, I think. Just because I was lazy. And look at that, I right-click the bad thing, it would set my spawn. See, I do play both versions, I swear, but sometimes it's nice to play these older versions. But yeah, I don't know why, it just kind of became a habit that my first house is always kind of in a cave now. Maybe it's still because I'm lazy. I like to believe it's, I just like carving out a house as opposed to building one. I feel like it's a lot nicer to do in general. So we'll have to figure out how we do an entrance here. In my other beta world, I actually used a like sticky piston door to do it. Just like a simple like 2x2 thing. Maybe one day I'll show off that world. I spent a lot of time in it, but I also don't really think I did a whole bunch in it, like compared to what I've seen other people do. But yeah, I don't really think I should compare how my Minecraft world looks like to other people's, but, you see some of these crazy worlds out there, and it just really kind of inspires you to try something like that for yourself. Got some of the classic Minecraft music coming in here. In editing, I don't know, I might decide to cut in some of my own music. I might decide to cut out all music entirely, and then do that, but I'm not really too sure on how I want to go forth with editing these videos yet. And that's kind of something I've been thinking about a lot, is just general editing flow. Because I could just make these videos kind of completely unedited, like 20-minute chunks of me doing whatever, right? But I also don't think that's very interesting. Because I don't think everything I say always is very interesting. So you kind of have to just be aware of that, and cut out kind of the filler. Like, this might not even make it to the video, but it's something that you can't really do until you go and rewatch it. I don't really want to do like crazy big edits or anything. I don't think this is going to be the channel for that. I think at most it'll be cuts and maybe some added music here and there, maybe. But for the most part, very simple. I kind of want it. Sorry, just another sip of the coffee. Something we do need to think about really quick here is food, potentially, because you don't have a hunger bar in this version of the game. You have to just eat whatever drops to restore your health. No rotten flesh, no mutton, no anything like that. You kind of just have to forage, which is fine. When there's only sheep around, it can maybe get a little annoying, but another flip side of not really having... It's turning night here. You can see it in stages in this game. Like, I'll stop here for a second. It'll get, like, visibly... Yep, just like that. Just visibly darker. Instead of, like, kind of a gradual thing. But, yeah, the getting food in this version of the game is a bit difficult, but you also don't need to sprint in this version of the game. So it really isn't that bad. I'm actually just going to sleep early and skip this night if I can. Sometimes zombies will literally just spawn on top of you. They shouldn't. I should have the area well lit enough. But sometimes they will actually just spawn on top of you, and there's not much you can do about it. Just gotta make sure the area is well lit and there's not like a crevice behind your bed area, I guess. But so yeah, let's I kinda wanna get some sand. Potentially get some windows going, because I kinda wanna... My vision for this is maybe just like some windows, a door. Make something really crappy, but just make it exist, you know? That's kind of something I've been listening to a lot recently, is just the motto of, you know, you can make it exist and then make it look good later. Because I think it's very true for a lot of things. I don't think you have to be so detail-orientated oriented the first time around when you do something. Because it's always a gradual process, right? Another thing, cows actually don't drop beef in this version of the game. It's only leather, and I believe leather can only be used for armor. So it's kind of not good, not the greatest, I would say. So your actual only, like, readjusting my chair here, your actual only, like, food option is pigs, because they drop pork chop, which you can cook. I think you just called, like, cooked beef in this game, or cooked steak, or whatever, even though it's not, like, technically steak, because you get it from a pork chop. But it uses the old steak icon, I remember that for sure. Another weird quirk about this game, and you might have seen it earlier when I mined that crafting table, is... It's actually quicker to mine crafting tables with your sword than it is with an axe. And the reason for that is just kind of anything in the game that you couldn't mine with a tool, for some reason, the sword mines it like 15% faster, I believe. Don't really know why that is, but that is how it is. So it's important to kind of keep in mind. Right. So, like, yeah, crafting table would be that fast with a sword, and it's like, you can see it's like visibly slower with the axe. I don't really get it, but just kind of the way it goes. No biggie, but just a weird quirk of old Minecraft, I guess. I don't think there's birch planks in this game. Yeah, it's all one plank type. Saying this game is as if it's an entirely different game. That's technically not true, but sometimes it can feel like it. I don't know. But I really do love this game. This version of the game in particular. I think it's a lot more peaceful and relaxing. And a lot more simple. You know? But I don't want to just talk about the game the whole time. Part of the reason why I kind of wanted to choose Minecraft is this quote-unquote series, or, you know, type of video, is because it allows for you to talk about things outside of Minecraft very easily, right? so I don't have to limit myself to just this game. Um, I've been playing a lot of Deadlock recently. Not technically not like recently because I did just say I was going to take a little break, but um, Deadlock, hero shooter released by Valve, very popular right now, early beta, whatever. I like it. I think it's very unique in like a Valve sort of way where like I don't know. A lot of hero shooters, right? Like League and Dota or whatever, are very well, okay, I just said hero shooters and I said League and Dota. Let me rephrase that. A lot of MOBA games, sorry, like League and Dota, and then hero shooters like Overwatch. Um, they have lore, for sure. I'm not going to deny that. But their lore is usually very kind of self-contained within their own worlds, right? And Overwatch, I mean, they kind of just do whatever now, and it's not technically lore. Like, they'll do collabs with whoever, and they don't really care. But with, like, League, for example, it's very in-universe, like, Firecracker or Void, Skinline, like, whatever, right? Which is cool. Don't get me wrong, that's really cool. But what that means is a lot of these character interactions are like, they're talking about Targon and Runeterra and all these kind of made up words, which is fine. It's a fantasy setting. I get it. That's how it's supposed to be. But with Deadlock, I mean, it's sorry for that voice crack. With Deadlock, it's set in New York, right? So you get this very clear kind of idea of where these people are, even if it's like not technically New York, like they reference real things, right? And I think that's really like cool, where it's like, yes, these people live real lives outside of just the game. Obviously they don't, they're game characters, whatever, right? But it does give off that impression. So like lore-wise alone, I feel like Deadlock already has a very neat leg up in that regard. I want to start designing this with like pillars. I think that would look nice. So I do enjoy that a lot. Another thing is just general gameplay. I do find is very fun. And it's rewarding if you kind of take the time to know it, to learn it. A lot of MOBAs are like that. A lot of hero shooters as well. It's just the game sucks until you learn it, and then it's fun, and then it sucks because you learn too much of it. It's just kind of how it goes. I just got a friend request on Epic Games Launcher. Hopefully it doesn't pop up in the video. That might be annoying to cut out. Yeah, but Deadlock. So I started a while ago, like a long time ago, when the game was still very rudimentary. But I didn't play a whole bunch of it because I actually really didn't like it back at the time. I wasn't big into MOBAs or I mean, I think I played a little bit of League back then, but it wasn't like a lot. And I don't want to bridge these. I think that would actually look nice. So we'll do like this. I started a while back, and I played Warden, right? And Warden's like kind of a control character. Like he's got crazy CC, shoots you with his gun. He's got a shield, whatever, big damage, resist ult. Very strong, but I really didn't like him when I played him, so I kind of stopped playing the game in general. Also, it was very unpolished at the time when I played. I think it was like 2 years ago from this date, maybe a year and a half ago from this date, whatever. But yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan. And then I came back and I started playing Yamato, and I had a lot of fun with her, and I had a lot of success with her, I think is the big thing. And because of that, like, it just felt good to play because I kept winning, right? So I kept playing and I kept playing and I kept winning and I kept winning. And eventually I climbed to Ascendant, which is like one rank away from the big one or whatever. And I was like Ascendant 3. And then I started playing Silver, just kind of for fun. And then I started dropping a lot, which is fine. A lot of people take rank in that game very seriously, and I don't necessarily understand because it is like an open beta game, and we're going to replace a lot of this with wood, by the way, because it looks a little out of place right now. And it is an open beta game, And I think you got to give yourself some like leverage, not leverage, but just some like understanding with an open beta game, because things aren't set in stone. Like your character could get better or worse. The game could get, for lack of better words, better or worse, and things will change. So if you're stressing over being low ranked or high ranked or whatever, I don't think there's much point to it. Because when the game releases, you'll probably have to climb again, which is, I don't know, I don't mind that. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, I took a break because I was like that shows you like your last like 16 games or whatever on a, you can go see like your statistics, and I literally had won like 2 out of 16. And I wasn't really having fun in those games, and I was just like, let's just take a break. Let's just take a break, and I'll come back when I'm feeling better about the game and about how I'm playing in general. I actually don't hate how this is turning out. Like, actually, I like the supports look nice. Like, we'll do a little door thing with some glass. I actually think it's gonna look great. Yeah, I do love the game. I think lore-wise, the game is incredible. Even if you've never heard of Deadlock before, I would highly recommend just checking out like the wiki and looking at some of the characters' lore and voice lines. Like, I swear to you, the voice actors for Deadlock are some of the greatest I've like ever heard in any game. I don't know why. I mean, I know they got Samoa Joe for one of the characters, so that should kind of tell you all you need to know. And he does a great job, to be honest with you. Yeah, a lot of the voice lines are really funny, or just really interesting. I am personally a really big fan of like Pockets. I think Dynamos are like really funny, but also really good. So yeah, I'd go and check that out. I really do enjoy it. Let's make this part of the ground cobblestone. I think that would look nice. But yeah, aside from that, I haven't really been playing too many games in general recently, which is a little bit sad. But I also do think that's just part of, I don't want to say getting older, but I mean, it kind of is. To a point where I don't really like playing games nearly as much as I like watching people play games nowadays. Which, it's funny to say, but I do think it's true. I would much rather watch someone be good at a game than take the time to be good at a game myself. I'm not saying that's always true, because, I did like climbing and Deadlock, etc., etc. But a lot of the time, becoming good at a game takes a lot of time commitment. And if your time is limited, that kind of means you're very limited in what you can do with, I know it's going to sound stupid, with that time, right? So if you're planning on climbing in a game, you kind of have to only spend your free time climbing in that game, right? Not all of it per se, but like if you're going to play a game, right, you're probably going to play that game. That was a big thing when I was playing fighting games, right? Because I played a lot of Guilty Gear. I enjoyed it a lot. And I stopped playing after a patch hit, and then I tried to get back into it, and everyone was better than me, and it's like, I could reasonably get back to the point where I was if I played a lot, but I don't want to play a lot. I don't want to do it anymore, because it takes so much time. And I don't really want to spend all that time getting back to where I was. I would rather just appreciate the game for what it is at a higher level, because I, was at that point. I don't really think there's anything too wrong with that. Can you shift place? No, you can't. That's right. I forgot. That's going to happen occasionally, where I will be forgetting things that you just can and cannot do in this version of the game. But that's fine. Let's take this wall down, I think, and make it wood. And it does, in a way, it kind of sucks, and I feel kind of old, because it's like, I don't really want to play high-octane games anymore. Like, I can't really play, like, CSGO, and then PUBG, and then Deadlock, and Overwatch. Like, I have to pick just one. So right now, it's just Deadlock. So that's kind of my main big game, and then everything else kind of falls onto the wayside, I guess. I'll boot up CSGO every now and then, or CS2, I guess, but it's just kind of not the same. And I don't think it ever will be the same. But, what do you get? What's that? I really did not like that noise. I hope that shows up in the recording. I don't know. It sounded like an Enderman. to be honest to me, but there's no Enderman in this version of the game. So I'm just kind of going to pretend I didn't hear anything and hope that the recording didn't show anything so I don't go insane. I feel like I don't know if I might be insane. I've never checked it. I feel like the placement range on these is a lot lower in these versions of the game. I could be going crazy. I probably am. But no, I don't really like that. Sorry, this is sacrilege, I know, but I think I want to place like a door here, which means I want to do it like that. Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have broken this then, but whatever. Oh, I think that looks really dumb for now, but, you know, like I said earlier, make it exist first, and then we'll make it good later. This door texture in this version of the game is so weird, too. Sweet, look at that. We have our... I also am using the Faithful texture pack. Big fan of this pack. It's just kind of classic Minecraft to me. But yeah, we have a little home setup. I actually think this looks... I mean, that looks a little questionable, but not too bad. We can maybe do some chimneys there and whatever. But yeah, you know, I think I've said everything I wanted to say for this video. I don't really want to make these too long just yet. Maybe one day I'll do like an hour-long long-form content video and just kind of see how that does. Or maybe I'll combine multiple videos into one. But for now, we're going to leave it off at this one. I might just go and record the second video right now. So if you hear me sounding the exact same and drinking the same cup of coffee, you'll know. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did watch, I don't really expect a whole bunch of people to watch, and I also think this ending is kind of rambling on for a little bit long, but it is the first video, so what are you going to do? But thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.